Take a look at this Abaddon and try to tell me this is not the definition of what you think a White Walker would look like. It is terrifying, and I love this skin. The first time I got 6k, I did it by spamming position 5 Abaddon. Why position 5? Why Abaddon? Well, position 5 because I was the lowest ranked player on my team, and I just got shoved into that role because of seniority purpose. You know, I didn't have seniority. I couldn't do it. Why Abaddon? I think he's underappreciated, and I think this hero can really enable your cores to win you games. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the theory behind playing him. I'm going to talk about what kind of items I think are good on behalf of myself, Navitz, and my team, the Sploush Troupe. Where are we? We're over here. I hope you guys enjoy this video. There's going to be 2 to 3 minutes of item and theory craft talk. Then there's going to be a game. Then we're going to do more theory crafting. Maybe I'll do a little bit of a second game. We'll see how it goes. Let's get into it. Okay, let's take a look at some of my recent games, and we'll take a look at the items I went in those games, and we'll talk about why I might have done that, what the decision-making process could have been like. So you'll notice that I almost always go for Wand and Tranquil Boots. Tranquil Boots, fantastic on Abaddon as position 5 because you can get in and out of fights, regen your health by going, and then go around the map and do your job warding, and you can get around the map very quickly. He also has a level 10 talent that gives him an increased 20 movement speed, and I really like to take that. Then I like to get Glimmer Capes pretty often. Glimmer Capes are awesome because it gives you some attack speed. So for your passive, which slows, you get additional attack speed for that. It gives you magic resistance, and the big thing about it is it's another escape tool for your carries. So you can glimmer your carries. It gives them 45% magic resistance when they're glimmered. It's just overall a very, very good defensive item. I like getting Solar Crests quite a bit because it's built out of Medallion of Courage, and it's a relatively cheap item to get early on a position 5 support. So Medallion of Courage is really good in games where you want to buff up your team's armor or reduce an enemy hero's armor, and that's also true for Solar Crest. So a really good example of when Solar Crest is good is against a hero or with a hero like Juggernaut. Juggernaut doesn't do well with a reduction in armor, but he does do really well with an increase in armor and the increase in attack speed that Solar Crest gives you. The other thing to note about these two items is that Medallion of Courage and Solar Crest are both purgeable by your W, your aphotic shield. So if you cast your Solar Crest on somebody, it reduces your armor by 8. It gives you all these negative effects. Whoops. In a replay here, gives you all these negative effects, but you can purge it off right away. Most of the time you won't do that though, because you'll be sitting in the background. A lot of the times in the fights, people aren't going to target you because you're an ABBA, because they know that you have your borrowed time available, so they're not going to target you. And if you do take some damage, you can probably regen a good amount of health just sitting in the back lines of a fight with your Tranquil Boots, and then you have your wand as well that you can be popping probably multiple times in a long fight. Your hero doesn't die very easily. I go Vessel in games where I don't have a natural Vessel builder and I need to build it. So against a hero like Morphling, or against like a Winter Wyvern or a Bristleback or something like that, I'll probably build a Spirit Vessel if nobody else can. I'll build a Pipe if I don't have a position 3 or 4 who can build a Pipe. Pipe is a really good item. But actually, this game I played position 3. I had to be a flex pick. I picked him as a 5, but then I got 2 other position 5s get picked, so I was forced into Abba position 5. Bought a Necro book this game because we ended real early. We were just over. We just won it. And then there's another item I like to buy. What is it? It is a Heaven's Halberd. Where are you? Heaven's Halberd. Sometimes I go Heaven's Halberd first item, especially if I'm playing against heroes like Troll Warlord or Ursa. Anybody that just basically relies on doing a huge amount of burst physical damage in a short period of time. Heaven's Halberd's the item I'll pick up. Not only does it give me status resistance, it gives me evasion. It gives me 20 strength, which is really good on me. The disarm, obviously, for those heroes is fantastic. So that's kind of how I feel about items. Sometimes I go for Crimson Guard, but not too often. I don't really go for an AC on this hero because as position 5 I can't get it. And there's also people have been recommending this. I don't know if you've tried it or not, but I'll throw it out there. The Kuroki, going for position 5 Abaddon with Aghanims and Holy Locket to be spamming mist coils everywhere and all that fun jazz. You know, you can play it like that as well. So that's kind of the idea on the different types of items. He's very, very, very versatile. Oh, Vlad's is also good. Vlad's and Solar Crest are good for two reasons. Reason number one, really good for team fighting. Reason number two, and should not be underappreciated, is that it's really good for Roshan. Like for taking Roshan, if you have a core who's a physical damage dealing core, like a troll warlord on your team, if you get the Vladimir's offering for him, it means that you guys can Rosh really early, and getting that Aegis will allow you to move as a team together to take towers and take objectives. Okay, so let's start the replay analysis of an Abaddon game, and I guess I'll talk about the skill builds a little bit. I'll talk about how you want to play this game, like, you know, the differences that come up. And first thing you want to notice is that the Bloodseeker and I on my team did not go for that ruin right there. The Dragonite was in my, or at the ruin, and the Earthshaker was there ready to... The Earthshaker was there ready to fissure. So we actually could have got caught and put ourselves in a pretty bad position, and it's kind of lucky that we didn't. Now, I haven't leveled a skill yet. I'm deciding between going for Aphotic Shield and Curse of Avernus, and I decided to go for Curse of Avernus because it lets me try to zone out this Grimstroke. It silences after 4 hits, so that's why this spell is really great, because it gives you a silence, and it also gives you the ability to slow somebody and kind of get them out of lane. So my job here is to try to stop the Grimstroke. Now Grimstroke will have a bit of an advantage on me because he's a ranged hero and I'm a melee hero. It's kind of one of the disadvantages of position 5 Abaddon. And you'll notice that in this game, I think this Slark is like their rank 800 player or something like that. I think he's at rank 800. He is in the off lane, so it's a little bit unconventional the way that we're seeing these matchups, but that's just kind of the game we ended up getting. So I went for Curse of Avernus first. I will go for Aphotic Shield second. Usually I like to max out Aphotic Shield. I'll go 1 point in Avernus unless I'll go only 1 point in Curse of Avernus unless I'm being highly effective with my right clicks. But most of the time I'll just put 1 point in Curse and then go with points in Mist Coil. That's because the 15% slow, the 10% basic slow and the 15% slow overall is enough to usually help your teammates run down enemies. And you'll notice that I start with a Windlace. So I start with a Windlace, 2 sets of tangos. I give 2 to my mid, and I'll start with 1 clarity and 1 healing salve. Now I've already used those. It's the 1 minute 50-second mark, so you'll notice that what I want to do right now is pull my wave. Let's put this up so I can free camera. My wave for my carry is going to push in here because I have more creeps than they have. So what my carry wants to do, if possible, deny that range creep. Perfect. If it was possible for us to get our range creep kill, it would be great. But even if I was here, I probably wouldn't be able to enable us to do that. So I just pulled, and then I waited here, and I'm going to pull the I'm going to pull the stacked camp into my wave, and that's going to allow this whole wave to get cleared while my Bloodseeker is going to be enabled to farm. Now, it might get a little dangerous for me because if he has a bunch of creeps pushing under my tower, the Slark and the Grimstroke might rotate to me, and that's just something I have to accept. But overall, it does put the lane equilibrium back in our favor. It lets Slark control the lane under the tower. It lets Bloodseeker control the lane under the tower, and it lets him farm. While I put myself at risk over here. So I'm trying to deny. I didn't see the Slark coming over. That's my fault. I'm going to put the shield on me to try to mitigate some damage. Slark gets the leash on me as well. And I'm probably going to go down here because, well, my Bloodseeker's farming. Now, my Bloodseeker has made a mistake over here. You'll notice that this wave is under our tower. He should have pulled the wave back. I don't know if it was possible. I wasn't watching, but he should have tried to stop the wave from going under our tower. I'm not positive if that was a mistake, but I think he would have been able to stop it. Now, as position 5, I'm talking to my Bloodseeker. I'm saying, drop your items, what you need. He drops his slippers, his Wraithband, and his Boots of Speed, which is great because now he's going to be even stronger in lane, which gives us kill potential. So now him and I can potentially kill either the Grimstroke, probably not the Slark, because Slark has Pounce to escape. He actually went 2 points in Essence Shift, which is kind of interesting. Pretty good for laning, but yeah, okay, I don't know how I feel about that. I won't talk about it. And we'll talk about what items I want to buy. We'll also start talking about what items I want to buy. So primarily on Abaddon, as I said before, I like to go for Tranquil Boots. Tranquil Boots are really good because you can get into fights and then you can run away after your burrow time gets hit. You usually escape fights with very little health, and then you just go around the map warding with your phase boots. You're very fast. Like right now I'm moving at 307 movement speed. It looks like I might go down here as well. I do not. I get the aphotic shield off on me. See what just happened there? They went on me, and with the aphotic shield, I was able to keep myself alive just long enough. My Abaddon, my Bloodseeker is going to be able to get the kill on Slark, and now I've got the slow off and the silence on Grimstroke, and we're able to pull down 2 kills. Now, this was also a really good rotation by the Willow, and this guy's mad. I forget why, but this guy was really mad this game. I don't exactly remember. And now that we actually made that play, I asked him why you have to be mad. Now that we made that play, it's bounty rune time. You always want to be aware of bounty runes and ready to take them before the enemy team is there. There's like so many, the bounty runes are so huge, and as a position 5 player, you need to be aware of the 5-minute, 10-minute timings. It's critical to helping your team get ahead early, because it might be the difference in being able to get one of those small items, and that small item can extend into a very big lead, because it might give your Bloodseeker, for example, the boots that he needs, or it might give him like phase boots or agility or power treads or something, and that could be the difference between him getting a kill, him not getting a kill, and how the lane goes. Now you see here I do go down to 3 heroes, which I'm a little unhappy about, but maybe my Bloodseeker can turn this. Probably not. Did that stop? Oh, he doesn't have any points in Aftershock. That enchant totem didn't stop him at all. I was like, what's going on? Anyways, what I'm gonna do now is go back to the lane. Other heroes are dropping items, so I have to bring these to my teammates. They're dropping a lot of items, actually, so I'm taking all the items and I'm doing the courier run again. I'm gonna try to keep this Willow alive if I get here in time. He's still alive, and now I have my shield to put on the Willow. Slark is attacking. He manages to take the shield off of the Willow, but even though the shield was removed, I still had enough health to keep him alive. So the bonus of this shield is that people will psychologically not understand exactly how much health a hero has. So that Willow looked killable, right? And Slark was like, well, I'm just gonna kill her off. Unfortunately, Slark didn't think in that short period of time. He wasn't thinking about, oh no, if I destroy this shield, I'm also going to take the 140 damage from it being level 2, and Willow is going to absorb the rest of the damage. She's not exactly sure how much she has left to absorb, and your effective HP on every hero when they're low goes up significantly. So the other thing that you can do with your aphotic shield, because it's a strong dispel that goes from 12, 10, 8 down to 6 seconds cooldown, the other thing you can do, oh hold on, I think I'm gonna do it here. I put the shield on the Bloodseeker to stop him from taking some tower hits. I stop him from taking some tower hits, and I was actually putting it on him just in case he didn't have enough damage to kill that Bloodseeker. But the other thing you can do is you shouldn't just use the shield on people for no reason. You have to time it carefully. You have to think about, okay, what heroes am I playing against? Am I playing against a Lion or a Shadow Shaman that have a Hex? Am I playing against an Earthshaker that has a stun? Am I playing against a Dark Willow who puts a Cursed Crown on somebody? Am I playing against a Silence? You wait for them to use those spells on your cores, and then what you do is put the shield on them, because it is, again, a strong dispel. There's a very limited amount of strong dispels in the game. This is one of them, and at level 7 you have a strong dispel for 600 or every 6 seconds. It's better than that also absorbs damage. It absorbs damage that you take. I think it's better than a Lotus Orb personally. Well, Lotus Orb reflects, not better, but at least as good as an Lotus Orb, because of the 6-second cooldown. It's just ridiculous. I really love this spell, and I think that if you play around your cores, waiting for them to be disabled, waiting for them to get silenced, waiting for them to do something wrong, possibly make a mistake, you can be the difference in stopping them from taking damage. Now here, I'm going to put the shield on my Willow because she's in a bit of a tricky situation. I'm going to start hitting the Grimstroke. Grimstroke's going to take or be silenced, and now my Bloodseeker is going to finish off this Grimstroke. So we do get another set of kills. The Willow played that very well. I thought Willow had more items. I guess not. And now that we have 7 assists already, I'm actually kind of fat. And what do I have my courier bringing out to me? I have my Ring of Regen and some more Observer Wards. So notice that I've placed an Observer Ward right here, and I've also placed an Observer Ward right here. This lets us control vision of their jungle and vision of where they teleport into. So even though this one got taken out, it was there for a long time. They knew that this one was here because we were able to win that team fight. I placed this way long ago, and we were able to win that team fight because of where I placed the vision. Now I have another set of observers and a sentry. I might place an observer here where they can't see it, but I don't know if I will. I'll probably wait to place it in a better area. And it's almost 10 minutes, so 10 minutes is coming up. Now it's time for me to start thinking about bounty runes again. And you notice that I'm only level 4. It's not that big a deal. I'm gonna basically put a shield on somebody here, and I'm gonna go for the bounty runes. Oh, he gets the silence off. I'm gonna let Bloodseeker do what he wants. Oh, I'm pinging to him. I should have gone up here, and he should have gone down here, but that's okay. Bloodseeker might be able to get a kill on this Abaddon. The shield's gonna expire. Nope, we don't get the kill. He runs back to base, but this makes a lot of space for us on the map now. Necro's having himself a pretty decent lane, and our Razor is actually gonna go gank him. Let's see if the Necro goes down. The Necro does not go down, teleports away, but that's okay. The Dragonite is not having himself quite again. So now we're diving towers because we're so strong. I have level 2 shield still. Our Bloodseeker's level 7. He's a huge threat. If somebody goes low on HP now, my Bloodseeker can basically win any trade battle. He can also come back to lane and win and regenerate all of his health with his Blood Rage. So Bloodseeker, very, very, very powerful at this point. Slark still only level 5. The fact that my core has a 2-level advantage is a big deal. Slark just hit level 6, but we still should be able to kill him with Rupture and with shield. Now I think I told my Willow to take the book. I did. So Willow takes the book, and I'm going to be stuck at level 6 for a little while. Normally at this point in the game, I should head mid and try to check to see if there's a sentry at somewhere on this part of the map. I am not doing that because we're still playing at this bottom part of the map. There's still 3 heroes being committed over here. So while there's 3 heroes being committed here, I'm babysitting my Bloodseeker. I think that's just kind of a call that I made, and maybe now I'm going to go over there and try to deward or check out what's going on. Now they did notice that I had a ward here, so you'll notice that they dewarded it. I'm going to head mid and I should place a sentry somewhere around here. The fact that I'm not doing it is kind of an oversight on me. I should be doing it. My Razor is jungling, so here I'm trying to get myself up to level 6 to have borrowed time available. You don't always take borrowed time at level 6, but the majority of the time you do. And I'm gonna place the shield on top of the creeps to help me farm it a little bit faster. So I'm getting closer to level 6, not quite there yet. I have a magic stick. And you can see the first item I want to buy is a Glimmer. Now, why would I want to buy a Glimmer cape this way? And I'm also not playing around the Bloodseeker anymore, and he ends up going down. So maybe I should have played around him a little bit longer, but I think he actually should have played a little bit safer backed up because I needed to do some stuff around the map. Maybe I didn't. Yeah, it's debatable. But either way, I wasn't there. Maybe he should have played a little bit safer because they did have multiple heroes bottom. Why am I going Glimmer Cape? Well, the primary reason is because Earthshaker, Grimstroke, and Necrophos in particular deal out a massive amount of magical damage. If I see Necrophos throw his Reaper Scythe down on anybody, I Glimmer them, and Glimmer Cape gives them 45% magical resistance. That can be the difference between a kill and a kill for the enemy team and a game-turning fight for your team. So you see that I'm coming over here. I put the shield on the Razor just because I'm in the distance, and I'm just gonna stand behind here and just keep shielding people as often as I can. So I shield my Razor, I shield my Bloodseeker, and now I'm healing it back up again with the Tranquil Boots. You see that I haven't skilled my borrowed time yet. I will skill my borrowed time if I get myself in a situation where I'm low on health. I think in this game I actually make a mistake where I don't skill it. There was one game that I played recently where I forgot to skill it right before I died. It was like my plan. I was like, all right, wait till you're like 100 HP, skill borrowed time, and you won't die. And then I was like, oh man, if only I was level 6. And then I realized I was level 6, but I just died because I didn't skill it. So anyways, that's just kind of how that went. Now here we go. We're pushing them pretty deep into their base again. We get the kill on the Dragonite. I'm going to be throwing down shields as often as I can. We're going to be trying to get the kill here on the Grimstroke, so we're really deep in here. And yeah, this was the game that I forgot to fucking skill it. See? I'm actually level 6 and I forgot to skill borrow time. I was thinking about it and I just completely whiffed in my brain. But that's okay, I guess. Our Razor's having quite the game. He kind of dominated the Dragonite. Dragonite was talking a lot of smack this game, and he actually went like, he was so tilted from the beginning. Sometimes you get lucky and you get games where enemy cores are tilted and all you have to do to win against them is kill them a couple of times, so you make plays against them and it's easy peasy. I definitely try to identify when enemy cores that I'm playing against are tilted, or when I'm a core and I see that somebody rage buybacks, I'm like, that's the guy I want to kill. I want to buy a blink dagger and freaking kill that guy, especially because I play a lot of Beastmaster, so I can set up a lot of solo kills, and if I'm solo or team kills, and if I'm thinking like, which hero do I want to target right now, it might not be the best target in the game, but I know if I kill a certain player that's already tilted, that's raging, that's all chatting, I'll be able to tilt him out of the game. Like, he'll just start doing stupid stuff. And you can win games purely by playing on people's emotions. Trust me. If you don't think that, then think about how many times you've lost games because of your own emotions taking over. So if you've lost games based on your own emotions taking over, then obviously you should be able to win games by playing on other people's emotions. Now what I'm doing is I'm just trying to get us some more vision. I like to put a ward right here because it's out of vision of this this sentry ward, so I put them on the edges of the cliffs, and then I'm coming down this way to help us finish off this tower. Now I'm using 2 points in Curse of Avernus. I didn't go for the missed coil yet. I think I should have gone for the missed coil. If I had to do it again, I probably would, but Curse of Avernus, while we're taking towers, while we're chasing down so many heroes, is actually better. It gives more of a movement slow, and if I get the silence off, it's a little bit, it's just better overall if I manage to get it, and the increased attack speed while taking towers is really good. So now we're getting gone on here. Notice right here exactly what I'm talking about. My Bloodseeker got stunned. We're gonna go back 10 seconds. My Bloodseeker got stunned. I managed to get out of the stun. Slow this down for a second. I still have this thing here. Okay, so my Bloodseeker, he's about to get stunned. I'm out of the range. Normally he'd be in a really bad position here. He'd be stunned there. I go ahead and use my shield on him. Now I do have borrowed time this game, so I am able to live through whatever happens over here if things go really poorly. But my Timber is going to get back, and I'm just going to continue to put shields on my Bloodseeker if possible. So let's watch again. My Bloodseeker goes down. Now I'm going to try to enable some of my other cores to go down, or some of my other cores to stay alive. I put the shield on myself because I know Timber doesn't need it that badly. He's not in a rough situation. And I'm going to put shield on myself again and just start attacking the Slark. My Willow comes in. Willow is going to try to do something. Unfortunately, I don't think Willow is going to be able to make a play. Razor finally shows up, and the fight just ends up being a situation that we could have got our Bloodseeker, our Razor, everyone killed in to something where I was able to extend it a little bit longer due to the shield. And honestly, most of this is just, hey, place shield on your units, walk back, place shield on your units, walk back, let your tranquil boots regenerate you, always have clarities on yourself. But this is the basic idea behind Abaddon. So right there, we negate all of the damage. I think it's 200 damage we negated from the Necrophos onto the Willow right there. So Willow is able to stay alive, and Willow has another escape mechanic. So the fight's going on. It's going even longer. I should be using my stick right now. I'm not because I'm a bozo, but I should have used it sooner so I could have regen more, had more charges of the stick during the fight. But anyways, now we've turned the fight. We managed to kill the Necrophos. So the fight that started here went down to here, went up to here, and came into here. We've been fighting for like a minute and a half, and I've basically burned out all my mana. But look at my health and mana pool. I had a clarity. I have tranquil boots. I'm full health, and now here we are again taking this bottom tier 2 tower with my Curse of Avernus, and now I'm getting points in Mist Coil, so I can start saving my cores even more. So you notice that the items I have brought out to me, I almost always send myself a clarity, I send myself observers, I send myself sentries, and I'm going to try to get last hits anywhere that I can find them, because you're not really looking for them as Abaddon. Other cores can come take them for you, yet I'm still doing fine in terms of being able to be effective in the game. Now Slark sees me, he's gonna leash me. I'm gonna put, so he leashes me, I put the shield on myself. I'm probably gonna go down here. Kind of a bad play. I was actually gonna go ward over here, but I wasn't really paying enough attention to the map. I should have saw that I was in danger there. I did not, and I got myself in a bad position. Our boy Drake might go down here because he actually made a little bit of a misplay there. He canceled the swing on his second attack animation trying to escape, but he is strong enough to survive. He will survive. All right, our Bloodseeker gets gone on by the Earthshaker. He goes down. Our Razor's doing work. I hope our Razor doesn't go down here, and I think I'm going to TP and try to come to this fight as fast as possible. Now, I'm moving at 446 movement speed with a Faded Brooch with my level 10 talent not even leveled yet. So Faded Brooch gives me 25 movement speed. That means that I'm going to move at 466 movement speed by default when my Tranquil Boots are up. To just move around the map. That gives me huge map presence on this hero. There's not a lot of heroes that can move around that fast as position 5s. Now they're continuing to go bottom. I told my team, hey, I'm going to get the bounty runes. Go get yours. Try to disengage from that fight. I think our Razor's being real cheeky here. He should probably be backing up, but I managed to go get the bounties. And now what I think I want to do is go ward probably. So I know that they don't have a ward here. I know they don't have a ward here, so I'm going to go place one. Where am I going to go place one? All right, I go deep into their jungle. I place a deep ward into their jungle, so that will help us take this tier 2 tower. I thought I was going to place it right here, which would have been an acceptable spot as well, but where I placed it was even better. And actually, my fast movement speed is really useful for that. So Willow gets gone on a little bit. I think I'll be able to save her here. I throw a mist coil. I had her shielded, and Willow comes back out alive. Now Willow throws down her, what's that spell called? Terrorize to kill the Slark. So Slark tries to TP away, but he's unable to. And I'm just going to keep my Razor and my Willow alive for as long as possible here. Now I do manage to accidentally pop my borrowed time. So at this point, when you do pop borrowed time, you should use Mist Coil because it does self damage to yourself. So the second your ultimate gets popped, cast your Mist Coil. It will heal you by damaging you. And we're just pushing high ground at this point. The Timber Saw is very strong. The Dragon Knight is going for a freaking Lincoln's first item, so he has been almost completely ineffective this game. My Razor is in a little bit of trouble, and I should have a full wand by now. So something I should have bought earlier is the full wand. I am getting the recipe for it, and the next item that I'm going to buy is most likely, I think if I remember this game correctly, the next item I buy is, yeah, a medallion. So I'm going to go for a medallion because they do physical damage from the Dragon Knight and from the Slark. I have the Glimmer Cape to deal with the magical damage, and then I can use the medallion to deal with the physical heroes and the Glimmer to deal with the magical heroes. A very, very effective way to play Abaddon. And now we're just kind of running them down again. They tried to take a fight, and at this point, I'm pretty sure, do we have Roshan? Did we Rosh? No, we didn't. Roshan's still in here. Roshan's still in here. So we could have gone to Rosh, but we killed 2 of their heroes, so we're gonna try to take mid. I'm low on mana. I should be popping my stick again to keep my heroes a little higher health. And I'm just putting my shield on anybody who looks like they're in danger. I'm sitting in the back. I'm casting mist coils. Right now, I could probably be up here attacking this Rax, which is what I should do. I go ahead and I start attacking this Rax. It feels good, man, because I increase everybody's attack speed on the building when Curse of Avernus goes off on it. So after Curse of Avernus goes off, it increases everybody's attack speed by 40, 60, 80, or 100, depending on your level. And they're going to try to come out again. No, they're not. Well, our Razor might dive deep here. I think he does. So I got to stay behind my Razor and keep him alive. I throw another shield on my Bloodseeker, and now I'm calling for Rosh. So Medallion of Courage, 5 armor reduction to Rosh for however many seconds it lasts. I'm telling my guys, like, go guys, I want to go Rosh, I want to go Rosh. Timber's bottom. I'm trying to set this up. I remember this game, but I don't know how long it takes us to go do this. So while these two are playing bottom, they just, for some reason, they just weren't coming to the Rosh pit. So while they're playing bottom, we decide to go take this top tower. And because we've won so many fights and we're so far ahead, it's going to be very hard for them to come here. Now, they've noticed that I had a ward here. We probably made plays around that ward, or they just anticipated it because of the idea of me, or of us needing to take this tower. I tanked a lot of damage on this tower as well. You'll notice that I can do that because I have tranquil boots. If I didn't have tranquil boots, I probably would have tanked less damage because I don't want to pop my borrowed time. And now I just have 3 seconds to wait, and I'll start regenning my health, and I'll probably be back close to full again soon. Now I have another 2 clarities, I have my Medallion of Courage, and I brought more wards. The wards, I don't know where I'm going to put them, but I'm always thinking about having sentries available, observers and sentries. The other thing you need to think about is having sentries available in the middle of fights. Now we can take Roshan quickly. I have the, like I said before, I have the medallion. I can tank the damage. Borrow time can go off on me. You'll notice that I'm back to full health basically. Our Razor, our Timber, our Bloodseeker, and I are gonna start taking this. I think if I attack this, he's gonna stomp and freaking trigger my borrow time. He might. I should probably put this shield on myself when I'm putting it on my Razor. My Timber's taking some damage. I should use a Mist Coil right now. There we go. I use a Mist Coil because I did pop borrow time. And I just need to continuously put Medallion of Courage on Roshan. So we managed to take 1 lane of racks. We're firmly in control of this game. They haven't even taken the tier 2 tower. Now what we're going to do is look to play one side of their map and limit them to a very small amount of farm. So our Bloodseeker is calling that he wants to go bottom. If he wants to go bottom, then I want to have vision where we're going to go fight. So I have 2 observers left. I should go look to place one of those very shortly. In fact, right now I shouldn't be mid lane. I should be looking to place an observer or go set us up for place an observer to set us up for a kill. Now I knew they did have wards here. They accidentally placed a lot to deward that, so their enemy team must have known, like, somebody was frustrated. They came here to deward this with 2 people. Somebody was very frustrated. And here I'm looking to place a ward on the high ground. I place it right here. It's just like kind of bozo. I'm used to this is real bozo. I'm used to playing Shadow Shaman, who has cast range talents. So like with Shadow Shaman, you can cast it from like here and place a ward right here. It's nutty. But anyway, we're just going high ground. I'm sitting behind my cores as they dive. My only goal to keep them alive, I should be putting my Medallion of Courage, my Glimmer Cape, my shield, and my coils off. So casting coils, casting glimmers, trying to keep heroes alive. Willow's kind of deep here. I think I'm going to be able to keep her alive. She has a shield for herself, or has a Yule Scepter for herself, manages to stay alive. Earthshaker buys back, and I think right now I think I'm saying don't clump, don't clump, don't clump, and I think we end up clumping and getting like echoed really badly. Let's see how this plays out. So even though my curse is really good at taking towers, it's better for me to sit in the back lines because again I am regenning health during these battles. So you'll see these tranquil boots, 20 health regen per second, pretty fantastic. I just stand back here. I'm basically just waiting to save. I'm not looking to get myself in a position that's overly aggressive, because if I get myself in an overly aggressive position, I might just feed essence stacks to the Slark. I might get my borrowed time popped, and what I want to do is save my borrowed time or save my ability to feed for when my cores need me to tank and be the sacrificial lamb. So I'm just, again, casting Mist Coils from back here. I have a full clarity going off. My Tranquil Boots have been used, and it looks like the game is about to end. The Dragon Knight was so tilted, he went for a freaking Lincoln's first. I don't know what he was thinking. Don't follow that build. I mean, it's okay. But now I think the game is pretty much secured. We've managed to play very, very well. Our cores managed to play very well against their team. We played the map decently well, and I guess that is the end of the game. Things that I should have done better is rotate mid and put a sentry ward early, or give a sentry to mid. I should have warded more than when I had sentry and observer wards available. I should have placed vision in dangerous areas for us. Unfortunately, I did also. Unfortunately, sometimes I decided to take creep waves. Sometimes you do want to take a creep wave or two for yourself to finish off an item. And now that I'm at a high amount of gold, what I would do here in this game is finish off the Solar Crest, because if I finish Solar Crest, it kind of makes Bloodseeker unkillable, and in addition to his crazy attack speed, just gives him more crazy attack speed and helps us take the second and third Roshes if we need to. So that is game number 1. I don't think I'm going to go into any other games. That is position 5 Abaddon, my friends. Quick summary: buy items to buff your teammates, throw down shield, throw down coil as often as possible. If your cores get into sticky situations, you can be the sacrificial lamb. You can use borrowed time to tank a bunch of damage, run out, stand in the back, heal with your tranquil boots, have clarities on you, have observers, use your magic wand a lot, and win your team the game by enabling other people to win you the game. That's how you win the game. You're the enabler. You are the hero that makes other heroes real heroes. I hope you guys enjoy this guide. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section. My name is Navitz on behalf of my team, the Sploush Troupe. I thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys at the next video. Peace out.